class. In this video, I'm going to talk about raw file formats. And this exercise 11, you might have noticed in the bottom here under image assets, there's this very strange looking file. It is a .CR2 file. This is a Canon raw file. And basically, when I open this up, when I download the image and I open this up, you may have noticed that it brings up this, it opens Photoshop, but it brings up this thing called Camera Raw. Now, Camera Raw is a small sort of program inside of Adobe Photoshop that allows you to manipulate raw image file types, okay? And you can see here, this is able to tell me some of the metadata. This was taken by a Canon 6D. This is a raw file format. And the thing with raw files is it allows you to work non-destructively, and you can make changes to things like the color, the contrast, exposure, highlights. You can make all of these changes in a non-destructive way without it impacting the raw file itself, all within this camera raw. And we know that one way of doing this would be to go into levels or curves and adjust it that way. But this provides a really quick way of making adjustments, especially if you're dealing with a ton of different images and trying to process a ton at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and make a couple changes here. And what happens when I make these changes is you can see right here, this is the file. When I make a change, it creates this thing called an XMP file. Okay, this is also known as a sidecar file, and this file essentially contains the information that's part of this image right here. So all of these changes, once I make changes, it creates this file automatically, and this gives all of the think of this file as containing just the changes I've made. Has nothing to do with the actual raw file itself. It's only the changes. So these things right here. So let's say I'm happy with this color balance. Let's say that's what I want to do right there. If I click done, it's just going to save to that sidecar file and close this window. If I click open, then it's going to take these changes and port them over into Photoshop so I can start doing more sophisticated manipulation. Okay, so I just wanted you guys to see how that works with raw file types. I know that you probably are unfamiliar with these file types, but this is all normal behavior when you click on a raw file and it opens up in Camera Raw. And then from here I can make additional changes, and then I would save this as like a PSD or a TIFF format. Okay, so that's the raw file type.